Oh, good. Hurry your ass up. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Thunderstorms are a force of nature and can be scary at times. Usually all the time, depending on how strong it is when it hits the ground. What do you think of your animal's reaction when they experience this one? Welcome to Animals Wow TV. In today's video, we'll show you random reactions that your animals do when they hear the sound of wild thunder with wild white flash. Starting with, a baby owl reacts to thunder. Some birds are unafraid of thunderstorms, and some may even like them. Others tremble, cower, or worse, flee or flail. But in this video, this bird obviously shows confusion about what's happening. If you have pets, you are aware that they may respond just as intensely to thunderstorms, especially if they hear it for the first time. A British wildlife artist captured the footage of a young barn owl. The owl looks very lovely itself, but seeing it respond to thunder is kind of cute. At the same time, hilarious. The baby owl is only 2.5 months old and is still exploring the world when a loud thunderstorm blows above. And it is her first time to hear this loud booming sound. Watch this. When the loud booms appear out of nowhere before or during the pouring rain, these dogs have the most epic and hilarious reaction above all animals. The dog jumps off where it stays, barks, runs around in a circle to hide, and looks everywhere figuring out where to hide, until it ends up shaking and scared. It can be heartbreaking to watch, even before the first clap of thunder. Otherwise well-behaved dogs begin to pace, pant, piddle, cling to their owners, hide in the closet, or cower in the bathtub. In severe cases, they'll claw through drywall, chew carpets, or break through windows in their escalating panic. According to one study, about 1/3 of dogs have anxiety, and thunderstorms are at the top of the list of anxiety-inducing situations. What do you think so? Well, if you like the dog's reaction, then you should see the next one. Cats. Cats and many other animals are more sensitive than humans to sounds. In fact, they may be terrified by atmospheric light and sound displays of booming thunderstorms. Many cats, quite sensibly, tend to become nervous during storms, and may remove themselves from the fray by hiding under a bed or in a cupboard. This self-preservation response qualifies as a fear. Unlike dogs, however, cats tend not to advance to the phobic stage, perhaps because their strategy of avoidance works. They hide, the storm passes, they emerge unscathed. And other cats react to mild pressure in the same manner as they do to harnesses. They act immobilized and refuse to move. Some cats, on the other hand, adore them and immediately settle down when they wear them. Be careful about putting on the item before the storm begins. If a storm is on the way, certain pets may even beg for it. Cats and small dogs may be somewhat immune to such static shocks. Cats usually prefer to hide rather than pace, so trouble is minimized. Some dogs eventually learn to stay in one safe place during storms too, but often not until after the fact. Tiger. Just like the lion, the tiger is regarded as the king of the jungle. Every animal in the forest, including bigger animals like gaur, rhinoceros, elephants, etc., avoid a tiger's path. In fact, the tiger is a keystone apex predator in his ecosystem, and it fears no one except this. Even tigers get scared during storms, especially the loud banging sound coming from out of nowhere. Animals can sense the change in the atmosphere before a storm hits, and none of them like it. The sound of booming thunder especially scares them because they hear it louder than we do. This big brave tiger's reaction is no exception at all. Well, we can say not all tigers are afraid of thunderstorms, but it's good to see one of them react like this. Even the wildest and fearless animal in the jungle is scared of thunder. How much more the horses? We've always had some pretty unstable weather. And even though we're relishing the tropical temps, there's always the possibility of thunderstorms. In this video, we've seen that when thunder and lightning precede a storm, horses simply keep going, performing whatever they were working before the weather shifts. However, when the wind and rain build up, horses may find naturally or artificially occurring cover. During thunderstorms, these domesticated horses showed no signs of significant shift, just a little jump and run. However, they will still continue doing their business in the wide range of grass in the ground, heedless to the thunderclaps and lightning strikes, as if no one sees how they react. Even if there is a devastating storm, there'll be no change. They'll continue what they're doing. Horses seem braver than tigers, don't you think? Horses' naturally herding instinct during a thunderstorm can also increase the risk of injury or death from a lightning strike. Often they will group together for protection from the elements, and if the storm includes heavy rainfall, will shelter beneath a large tree, often attractive targets for a lightning strike. If this also happens to be near a water trough or wire fence, the combination of a tall tree, good electrical conductors, and rain-sodden ground can be fatal for horses. The risk is heightened for horses wearing steel shoes. Keep noted on that. Cow. Cows in thunderstorms are in a very vulnerable position. In many cases, they may be the tallest point in a field, which puts them at risk of lightning strikes. In addition, thunder can scare cattle, causing panic and, potentially, even injuries. While many smaller animals will seek shelter in a storm, cattle might not always do so. Worse, cows may sometimes try to seek shelter under a tree, one of the most dangerous spots during a thunder and lightning storm. However, there are a number of ways that cows can die in a thunderstorm, even when not hit directly by lightning. Sometimes cows will shelter beneath trees in a thunderstorm. When lightning strikes the tree, the intense heat generated can cause part of the tree to shatter, and the shards can fly off and kill the sheltering cows. Or a whole bough can break off and fall on them. If the landscape is barren, cows will tend to gather against any nearby fence in search of shelter. Even if it's only a few strands of wire, they often huddle close enough to the wire fence to be touching it, and a lightning strike even miles away can be transmitted through the wire and electrocute the cows. Have a question about the wild reactions of animals? So, now that you already know some of the reactions of animals to hearing thunder, what do you think? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the like button and to subscribe to our channel. And while you're here, check out our video.